Okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. I've decided to go ahead and narrow down my weekly predictions to a single date right now, and that date is March 1st, 2021, by March 1st, 2021. And the significance of that date, because that'll be the 1-year anniversary of the first reported COVID-19 death. All right? 51 days. Now, Washington University is predicting 470,974 deaths by March 1st. Okay? At some point, I might add, you keep revising your numbers. Let's make it impossible to come up with a model. I want you to notice something very important here. I'm actually going to change, and up here I said plus or minus 5%. Well, I'm going to change that number because the question is plus or minus 10%, but with a projection that is within plus or minus 10% to be valid? And the answer on the Slack website was quite simply yes. So I'm going to change my number from plus or minus 10%, okay? And the only number at this point that still matters is the one for March 1st, okay? Not quite sure what the numbers are going to do as far as, okay? But we'll see. We'll see what the prediction here is, okay? So we'll come back up here, run some data. Now, there was something I want to say to you, some folks out there. There are some folks out there that are saying the numbers are fake, that there is no virus, there is no deaths. Well, is there some feeling with the numbers? Absolutely. We know that New York City County is our numbers are basically worthless. Okay? New York City County's numbers are basically worthless at this point. Because what they're doing is they're taking the case and deaths from people who are not from New York City County, and they're sending these numbers, these deaths at least, back to their home county, which of course is a bunch of crap. It's simple. Of course, the New York Times has no integrity. New York Times is basically a fake news channel. So they'll do everything they can to protect a Democratic governor or Democratic mayor. It's as simple as that. There's somebody doing CYA action for the governor of New York and the mayor of New York City. That's really what this is all about. So let's run this report here, update some data, do a database connection. Now we're going to pull out the data here. Again, 2/29/2020 is the number we're looking for. So the 1-year date would be, since this was a leap year, would be March 1st. What should we got here then? Let's get our average. So currently the average number of cases is 1,178. Total deaths is 372,000 deaths. So let's come down here. And change this to 1,178. This number doesn't mean anything anymore. Okay. Come down to 1,178. So yes, this number is increasing, which isn't a good sign. 8. So this is the current average. All right. So now the question comes, what do we have to do? The current deaths of 372,000. So this here. So they're saying now 470,000 or 70, 74. And we're going to divide this number here. Okay, so there we go. So this means in order to match this number 470,000 plus, we have to average 1,930 deaths per day. 30 deaths per day. The trouble is we're only averaging 1,178 per day. And my total prediction is, well, let's do this. Let's do this as a so we're going to create a plot here. Okay. Total deaths. Okay. Unfortunately, I forgot what I was going to do here. I can't remember what I was going to do there, so therefore I'm not going to worry about it. That's so. Based on the current daily average of 1,178 deaths per day, we're only going to have 432,000. Okay, not 470,000. 1930, 470, 974. So again, we have to average 1,930 deaths per day between now and March 1st in order to have 470,000 plus deaths. At the current rate of only 1,178 deaths, that's only going to come out to 4,332. Okay. Now I know what I was going to calculate this for like the spread. Okay. So that's where we're going. Let's just do a brief number. So that should work. Now we should be able to do TD times 0.9. This will give us the minus 10%. Now we'll say TD times 1.1. That will give us the plus 10% range. Okay? Let's run this again and see what happens here. So here's the 1930. Here's the projected difference I predict them. And here's my range. My range is 389 to 475. This is the plus or minus 10% range, okay? Again, we're currently at, what's our current number? 432,000. So obviously we're already well past the minus 10%. We still have 40,000 to go. Well, in all honesty, this probably isn't going to be right. Okay, is there something wrong here? No. Okay, so these numbers probably don't mean anything right now because we still have February. We still have all of February now. Well, what's the difference here? The difference is uh, hold on, this is interesting. So my plus 1% is actually above the predicted value, but they have plus or minus 10% also. Okay, my model here is what, about 35,000 less. So we have, are we going to fall within this range for the next 30 that's 6 weeks? That's the question. So we got 1930, 1,174, 1,178. Okay. So now let's run our plot here and see exactly what's going on. Okay, this is a concern. You can see that the gap is narrowing between these two here. All right, the gap's narrowing between these numbers here, and the deaths continue to climb. So can we beat this number? Well, as long as we stay below 1930, we have a shot of not reaching the 470,000 total. Because this is what we have to reach daily in order to reach this number. We still have to come back and fill in these gaps here. So I'm still confident that the 470,000 is probably going to be off by probably going to be closer to 440,000. Yes, by March 1st. So again, the current projected value by March 1st is 432,628. All right. Plus the 10, plus or minus 10%. Again, the one here is plus or minus. My high end, the plus 10%, is still going to be less. It's actually going to be a little less than the predicted number. So it remains to be seen exactly what is going on as far as our prediction for March 1st. Okay, so hopefully this did provide. I hope you were able to find some encouragement in this data here, in this report here. I'm confident that Wish University's number is probably too high, although it may in fact be within plus or minus 10%. Okay, because my plus 10% is saying 475,000. But the actual predicted value is 432,000 and change. Okay, so keep these numbers in mind. I'll be back another week to update this report. So thanks so much for your time, and keep your chin up, keep wearing the mask, keep practice social distancing, and we will whip this disease yet with or without a vaccine. I'm predicting. Okay, thanks so much for your time. We'll catch you later on.